Doohickey thingy.
Normally, Les Bailey would be here to make some rude comment about me or my hair or what I'm reading. I'm sad is why I'm not reading anything today because Les isn't with us, and I don't know his streak, but Jason, it's pretty good, right? Like he's been in
It's
pretty
better
much.
than mine.
Yeah, it is definitely better than yours because you've always got something popping up. But he's also retired, so I give him a little bit of leeway with that. But it's okay. So we're going to have just three of us today. So it's not going to be the Friday foursome, but that's okay because I am really excited that, one, we finally got Jennifer to get into the Hangout. It's only been about a 45-minute process trying to get this worked out. And then she joins literally right at 12:30, and I'm like, okay, here we go. But it's funny because the last time, and I don't even know why I didn't think about this, but the last time that I actually, and I've not physically met you in person, but I met you in a Google Plus Hangout was in January at the PGA Merchandise Show. So it was at night, and it was at a restaurant, and there might be a couple of cocktails involved in that process. But hey, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so hey.
Oh, I've already been drinking. That's the problem.
So we have Jennifer Jennings with us from Swing, and I really am excited about not only just learning more about what she's doing with the game of golf, but the content she posts, and more so on Instagram than anywhere, is just fun. Like, hands down, the most fun pictures. Like, I just want to go play 18 holes just so I can hopefully see some of these fun events that she has going on. So I'm going to let her take a couple of minutes to introduce herself, tell us more about Swing, and welcome to the Friday Foursome, Jennifer.
Well, thank you very much, Ricky. I'm happy to made it on. I'm a little nervous. I started Swing because I wanted to have a safe place to just be in a non-competitive league where cocktails come in threes and we focus more on our tan than our golf game. And turns out I actually play a lot of golf now, so I am getting better, which is nice because of it, but it seems to be a niche. There's a lot of women that want to be on the golf course, and there's a lot of women that aren't on the golf course because they don't feel welcome. So I've created that environment, and Instagram is a great way to show visually what we're doing, and I think once women feel comfortable, then they are more eager to learn, and if it's a safe environment, I've realized that they actually learn quite quickly. So I've watched a lot of girls develop their golf game fast just because they feel safe. So it's been a journey.
That is awesome. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of different things regarding getting women involved in the game of golf, and it's funny because I hadn't even thought to bring this up, but you mentioned about girls and even juniors learning the game of golf. Snag. Tell me you've seen, used, and have had fun with Snag. Have you had a chance to experiment with that stuff yet?
I haven't. Is that where they're bigger and?
Yeah, it's like tennis balls and gigantic head golf clubs, and yeah, you should go check it out. It's starting what golf is the
I don't know.
concept.
I feel like people, I read an article about how they were trying to make the cup hole size bigger and then snag, and I feel like a lot of people are trying to change the game, and I think the game's fine. I think we need to change our approach to the game. So
I
think
will say
great,
8-inch cups are really fun to hit too. True North has got a couple that they leave on their practice green, and and it makes you mad when you miss because the cup is gigantic, and it's like
every time.
Yeah. Have you, Jason or Jennifer, had a chance to play with gigantic cups before? Because it is fun. Like, I think there's a place for it. I don't think that it's a matter of us wanting to change the game as much as just adding another layer that if somebody says, hey, like Topgolf, I don't consider Topgolf something that good golfers will necessarily flock to. I think it's a place that people go to enjoy the game, and somebody that's not good could enjoy Topgolf.
It's the casual sport, not the competitive sport.
Right.
And
okay, well, I don't
do it.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to talk about the oversized cups. So my son has played a tournament where they were playing with the 8-inch holes, and it made the tournament a lot more fun. But you're right. Like, you feel like you chip from 15, 20 feet away. Like, you feel like, oh, that should go in every time. I mean, how do I miss that?
Right. A 10-foot putt is now a tap in. So. Okay, so let's get back to more important things. You've said you've already been drinking today. So when you have just finished an 18-hole round of golf, what is your drink of choice?
I drink a lot of champagne and Prosecco.
Ooh.
Prosecco. My wife is on a Prosecco kick.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of the courses locally to stock up in it, but a lot of times you don't see champagne or Prosecco on a course, so I'm
Do
I
you bring
may
your
have been
own?
known to bring a bottle
You
or
may
two.
have a water bottle with water in it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So okay, so then what is your home course? Where are you based? I don't even know.
Oh, Colorado. So
Oh,
we
okay.
are in northern Colorado. We have about 130 members up here, and we just branched down to California. So we're in San Jose, San Francisco. I'm actually flying out to Carmel today to do an event at Pebble Beach tomorrow.
No big deal. Just going to Pebble for the weekend.
Yeah.
No big deal. So when
And
are,
you
when are you
totally
gonna?
stole my first question, by the way.
Hey, well at least Les didn't steal your first question. He's
I
known
know
for that.
somebody always does though. She did it this time.
So
What?
when are you gonna move down to the Arizona market? Come down to Scottsdale. I'm sure that
It's
your league would be
all about
welcome
finding the
here.
right girl. Like I really have a clear vision on swing. So as long as I can stay focused on my vision and, I want to get more women involved in a safe atmosphere. I'm not really, everybody wants to make money, but I'm not worried about expanding fast. I'm worried about quality. So if the right girl comes along, I'll expand whenever, wherever. They have to be charismatic, outgoing, fun, but also business-minded. And it turns out it's hard to find both in girls. I
I
feel
know
like,
the perfect person for you, and offline I'm
okay,
going to introduce you to her because she's at a golf club here in Scottsdale, actually in Chandler, and she is exactly that, like fun, energetic, and but also she's a golf professional, so she's got the business side, but is very
yeah,
focused on growing the game of golf, both from a female perspective and from a junior perspective. So that's awesome. Well, yeah, let's see if we can't make that work. Okay,
that would
Jason,
be
I'm not
great.
going to steal any of your questions. Go.
That's okay. She already stole two. Two. She's good. She stole two of my questions. So my first one was, how many players do you have in your league? And I think you said you had 136.
It's roughly 130. Just they change every day because it's an annual membership. So once those memberships expire, then if they don't rejoin right away, so it's around that up
So
here.
is that just the membership in your Colorado location, or is that
Yeah,
included?
just in Colorado.
Oh, okay. All right. What about the size of the other ones?
Christy launched about 8 weeks ago. She's in San Jose, Carmel area, and she's at about 40. And San
Okay.
Francisco just is, well, they're just more in a trial area right now. We didn't do a big launch, but they have last weekend was their first event, and they have like 16 people that wanted to sign up.
I think it's a great concept. Whenever I was reading your website today, and like your idea is phenomenal, and it makes complete sense, and it's a fantastic way to grow the game. So I'm definitely a fan after reading through your site and the content that you post and your ideas. I am definitely a fan of your concept. So congratulations. I think it's a great concept, and I'm glad to see you on the show and promoting it through the Google Plus community as well. So.
Once I got on and figured it out.
On the button. That's awesome.
That is not, all my friends would laugh. Like, I do this to people all the time. Like, you can't get mad at me because I'm trying, but I will make you wait until the last second possible.
Hey, well, you're here, and that's all that matters. And we've got a handful of viewers watching us right now, so people are learning about what swing is all about. Now, swing, the logo, well, besides the fact that it relates to my first question in your drink of choice, who designed the logo? I love it.
His name is Chris Lenford. He's just a local guy up here in Fort Collins, and I used to be an ambassador for our Chamber of Commerce. I did a lot of networking. I've been a hairstylist for 10 years, and now I'm down to about 6 days a month because swing has taken over. But I had this idea, and I was probably, socializing, having some cocktails, and he said, if you really are serious about this, I will make your logo for free, no charge, because I think it's a genius idea. And it turned out it was a good move on him because he didn't charge me to make the logo, and he's been my guy for everything ever since. So it was a pretty good move on his part.
That's awesome. So, okay, let's talk about beer for a second. Fort Collins, favorite brewery? Because there's about 14 of them to choose from.
We have like 20 breweries, and I'm not a big beer drinker. So I would say...
You might have just as well said Tiger is going to retire next week. Like, really? I'm just kidding.
It's so great to go on the tours. Like, we have bikes that ride around. That have a bartender in the middle, and you just have to pedal and drink beer, and it's crazy, the beer community up here. I love
that
going
is
to beer
awesome.
festivals just because of the culture, but
Yet another reason to want to go visit there.
No kidding. Wait a minute. I want to see a picture of this beer bar bike. That sounds right up my alley.
Oh, we'll send it.
Jason, franchises.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the concept, and you were talking about expanding and finding the right people. Is it a franchise type opportunity? How are you growing your name and expanding to new areas?
Right now, I'm just doing a licensing agreement with the California girls. I am working on like a business in a box concept where you'll have everything you need. I'll franchise out and you'll have everything you need for 100 members. And that is just taking a little bit of time because I want to make sure, like I said, to do it right and have it be quality. And once it's done, I just want it to, grow faster. And I think by next spring, I will definitely be at that point of franchising out.
Have you thought about doing one for guys too? I think it's just a great concept, and
No.
No,
Jeez.
you might as well put a trademark on it now. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
kidding. What would we call that one?
Caddies. That'd be nice. We could have guys be caddies and like help with the game, carry the clubs.
I think
That's
it's
a good idea.
I love the concept, and I think it's a great way to grow the game too. It probably introduces people that like your story on your website with the About Us. Sitting there in the golf cart watching your husband play and how much of an ass whooping that was, or in my head, like I totally see that when I think about how it would work out with me and my wife, and I'm like, oh my god, what a great it was a great idea.
So,
yeah, it's been fun.
Have you had any conversations with like the PGA and getting them involved? Are they aware of it? Is there any thoughts to that?
People have reached out. Like Alan Shipnuck he works for Sports Illustrated, and he's covering our event at Pebble tomorrow. I actually got the privilege of meeting Matt Janella 2 nights ago. He was just in Colorado, and he sat down with him for a while and, just explained, like, if he's going to help push it, I have to be prepared and ready for it to grow fast. And not PGA.com, I think, they did an article a while back, but as far, I guess, no, I don't know. Not anything too.
They will. I have a feeling they will. It's coming. So
it's on the floor right now.
I have to know what makes you savvy, and then explain that because people are going to be like, "Why do you ask what makes her savvy?"
I think I'm extremely emotionally intelligent, and so I think that I can read people very well, and I have a good grasp on how to communicate to men and women. And being a hairstylist for 10 years, I kind of figured out what women want and what makes them feel comfortable, what makes them feel intimidated. And so I think I have a gift of knowing how to create an environment where women will come back, but I also know how to stay afloat in a man's world.
Okay, I dig that.
Very interesting. So I know that you guys schedule through Meetup, or at least recruit somewhat through Meetup. How does that platform work for you? And I guess what are your likes and what are your dislikes about it?
It's funny that I would even complain about this because I'm the one that literally took 45 minutes to get onto Google+. But a lot of people will write me that Meetup is challenging. So from a member standpoint, when they write me about complications with Meetup, like, I have no idea how to help them. I'm like, I don't know, refresh 0. Like, I just don't know. So I personally have had no complications with Meetup. I think it's a great platform for people to communicate, go back and forth, RSVP to events. People write reviews, which is nice because then everyone can just go and see, and all of my reviews are positive. So that's something that is hands off for me, but still I reap the benefits. Right. So I really do like it at this point.
So we have a local group here that has a Meetup golf networking thing going on here, and they've got probably over 200 members here. I'm in Dallas, by the way, and they've got over 200 members. So it's a great way to reach a large audience without necessarily having them go to your website, and a great way to push. So I think that's probably a good platform for you to use. And I know you can make reservations and limit how many people per event and things like that on Meetup.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tools.
Yeah.
So what can Jason and me and others that are not involved with swing do to help get more women involved? What's the key, do you think, for the next wave of getting more females involved in the game of golf?
Jeez. I don't know if it's so much about, like, I think you guys, I don't know what Jason does, but it seems like everybody that's in any type of like marketing or is just passionate about golf, they get it. What the people that need to help are the people that actually work in the clubhouse, the pros, the people that are hands-on, because it seems to be pretty consistent. When you walk into a clubhouse, there's not a big welcoming, like, hey, welcome to our course, or have you been here before? Or, a lot of girls don't even know what a bag drop is. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to check in. They're scared. They want to skip hole 1 because they feel like they're on stage to tee off. Like, there's all these fears that guys just probably haven't thought of because they've been introduced to a course at such a young age. So I don't know necessarily what you guys could do better, because I feel like a lot of people are doing it right. It's the people that get women in front of them, like the pros, like the people that work at golf courses, to make sure that experience is something they want to come back to.
So then is that in tandem to the making females feel safe on the course? Maybe talk to that a little bit, because and when you said that about the first tee being overwhelming and like they're on stage, is that what you're meaning when you say safe?
Yeah, I forgot who said this, but it's the quote that people will not remember what you said, but they'll always remember the way that you make them feel. And I think the environment has to feel welcoming, like they belong to. Like, it's okay to miss a shot. And, we have this misconceived perception in our heads, a lot of us women, that all guys are just great golfers. And as I've gotten better at my game and I play with guys and at all levels and all women, I'm like, guys suck too. Like, they just have an arrogance about them or an ego about it that they don't care, and women care. So we need to get them to care less and know that, people miss their shots. It's not, pace of play is important. We want to make sure that is ingrained in their head at the beginning, but, it's okay to not be so good at first.
So it's funny that you brought up the whole not good at golf thing, male, whatever. So I have a friend of mine that found out. She's like, she's like, you're on a golf show every week. And I was like, yeah. She goes, you must be really good. And I'm like, no, I've never even broken 100.
Yeah, we have passion for the game. It doesn't necessarily mean we're, born good golfers. It's a hard sport. That's why it's so great.
Exactly. No, and like I said, it's a great point to that. So I'm not any good. I'm horrible at golf, but I really, really enjoy it. I'm really, really passionate about it.
That's funny. So what are your thoughts on 9-hole rounds? Let's go play. Let's go play golf. Let's play 9 holes.
What was that?
So let's go play golf. Let's play 9 holes.
Well, I think today a lot of us have very packed schedules. We're busy, so I think 9 holes is better for time frame. When you're learning, I think it's you take a lot of swings when you're learning. So I think 9 holes is easier, I guess. By the time you get a newbie out there doing 18, they're exhausted by hole 15. They've swung that club so many times, they're hitting the ground, they're missing it, their back hurts, they're bitching. Like, you just want, can I say that?
Have you played before?
I was just going to say, you're the first one to have used profanity on this show, so it fits, though. after the struggle that you had.
I will try not to say the F word, so I did not say the F word.
Yes, because this is a family-friendly show.
I'm sorry.
Hashtag bad language.
I think 9-hole rounds are great for where I'm at, for what I'm trying to do. I think they're perfect.
So then, okay, so on a normal, like tomorrow when you're at Pebble Beach, is it an 18-hole round? Is it a 9-hole round? What's that look like a normal event? Is there appetizers and drinks?
Are 9 holes, and so it's a 9-hole round. And what that looks like tomorrow is we will have the girls arrive. We have a champagne vineyard sponsoring us, so they will get champagne upon arrival. Chuck Dunbar, the pro out there, is going to take the girls on the teaching facility. They're going to do probably like a 40-minute group clinic, and then they're all going to tee off and do 9 holes. And then afterwards, a lot of times, especially on weekend events, we'll use that second 9-hole time frame in the bar. So then we'll go meet and have drinks. There's no 9th hole. It's actually hole 10 through 18.
That's funny. So you have a lot of sponsors. I mean, just a laundry list of sponsors listed on your website. I know you work with a lot of different organizations. Tell me about those, and how do you get a new sponsor? Where does a new sponsor come into play?
It's not so much about me acquiring sponsors. I think that I have my fair pick. At first, I wanted anybody that fell in line with women indulgence. Like target market, I have a bunch of women. I wanted to do anything that they would enjoy and utilize, and just have that be an incentive for them. And then if that sponsor wanted to kind of just do cross-marketing with me, that would be great. It wasn't so much about advertising. That's never really even been, I don't care so much about it. I think it's more about spoiling the women, making sure they're taken care of, making sure that they have like a common ground. So if we have, say, a hairstylist, as a sponsor, then they're, a bunch of people probably are going to go there and they'll have that common interest right away. Oh, who do you see? So I like that. It's really easy to get sponsors for like a ladies league. So now it's just kind of choosing the right ones, because I don't want to oversaturate the league with sponsors. I want to make sure that they're good, they're offering a great deal, and the women, are utilizing them.
Right.
So kind of on that same note, if you had your dream sponsor, that one company that you wish would reach out to you, who would that be?
Oh, probably Veuve Clicquot.
This is fun for me.
I want champagne, unlimited champagne for the league anytime we want.
Champagne on tap. Is that a real thing? Because if not, it should be.
Ricky, I think the Oven 14 should move to whatever course they're playing at next year, and we should follow their round.
No kidding. The Oven 14 has already happened, though, Jason.
Sorry, 50.
Yeah, there you go. I need to think.
I think we could need our own reality show. I think it'd be a hit.
So then these photos
that
the photos you're posting to Instagram, and the content you're creating, that's just you guys out there having fun? I mean, is it staged, or is that just stuff that's literally just happening because you're having a good time?
It's not staged at all. It's actually highly edited. Like, I can't put half the stuff up there.
I can tell based on your profanity. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So are guys even allowed to come then, or is it just strictly females?
It's strictly. We have a date night, so the date night is pretty fun. But yeah, it's all females.
What's the date night? Tell me more.
So we have. It's just I didn't do themes. I actually make up games. I don't know. The day of an event, sometimes I'm like, I think I'm just gonna make up a game, and it's. Now I'll have like the husbands calling me being like, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't know. I just made it up today. But now that I've done that enough times, I've got it so organized that now there aren't any more questions. But I've made up some really fun games, and what I've tried to do is level out the playing field a little bit, because we do have beginners, and then the guys show up, and some of them are really good golfers. So date night, we all come. We do 9-hole round. There's contests and gambling and prizes, and it is a party.
Nice. I want to see. Do you have pictures segmented of date night? It's like hashtag date night.
I haven't done that yet, no, but I should.
So I can find those. Jason, back to you, buddy. One more before that fast one. The time went so fast. It's almost 1 o'clock. Jeez.
Yeah. Do you have so your next target market? Do you kind of have an idea or a handful of ideas of where you want your next target market to open up at?
Since we're an annual membership, ideally I think the women get more for their money if it's somewhere that has year-round golf. So I don't really have a target. It's here. It's about the right girl, and if it's year-round golf, I think that would be the best for the members, and I'm all about taking care of the members.
Well, that is my mission for the Dallas area, is to find you the right girl, because I think it's a great concept.
I know, right? Like, I'm trying to think of all these different women that I could bring into the mix and be like, hey, you need to be involved with this.
That's cool.
Okay, so we do this thing, and I didn't tell you about this because you joined, 30 seconds after we started. We do this thing called the Back Nine because the Friday Foursome is presented by the Back Nine Network. And it's 9 rapid-fire questions, and not that you knew what any of the questions that were going to be asked were. You don't know what these questions are either, and some of them are fun, some are golf-related. But are you ready for the Back Nine?
Yes. Awesome. Do I have to ask them, or are you asking them?
No. I asked them. You respond as fast as possible.
Okay.
Favorite golf course?
Mariana Butte.
Have you ever had a hole-in-one?
No.
Favorite LPGA Tour player?
Oh, probably Michelle Wee.
Ooh, good one.
Good call.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Depends what it's mixed with.
That's Jason. Bravo. Hashtag kudos to you. What is your favorite Instagram filter?
I edit on they all suck. I edit it.
They make pictures not suck. That's the whole point.
No, I make pictures not suck. I use like 5 different apps.
All right, that's a good answer. And this question gets asked in every Back Nine, but will Tiger break Jack's record?
No.
Man, you don't like beer, and you answered that question wrong. You're not as much on Twitter.
Just ask a female about Tiger being successful. Why would I say?
That's a good point. Hashtag.
Maybe if I was blonde, I would have said. No.
Explain Swing in 140 characters or less.
Swing is a traveling cocktail league for women. We focus on growing the game one happy hour at a time, and cheers.
That might be, I like that, one happy hour at a time. Okay, so let's order a martini. Shaken or stirred?
I think it all goes down the same.
That is every question that relates to alcohol you've answered correctly. So the Tiger one I'm going to let slide, except for the beer comments. But at least you live in an area that is surrounded by craft beer. And that's all. What is next for Jennifer Jennings?
Well, I got to catch a flight here.
I didn't mean like figuratively what's next.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing more of me. I have a feeling that Swing is what my future looks like, and I don't know. I hope to meet you in person someday.
Yes, no kidding. We keep meeting via Google Plus Hangout. We need to make it official. I'm going to get you to Scottsdale, and you can play some golf. We can visit a happy hour, and we'll make your next transition and growth down to the Grand Canyon State.
Yes, I do plan on being there for the Phoenix Open.
Ooh, great. I live right by there, so we can
It's in Ricky's backyard.
Yeah, basically. I moved, but it's still pretty much in my backyard. So, well, hey, thank you so much for doing this. This was fun learning more about Swing, learning more about your favorite cocktails, and the fact that we need to get a champagne sponsor pushed in your direction. And Jason, thanks for joining us. Les, we miss you, even though I'm curious what his comments would have been, because this doesn't seem right up Les's alley. But he drinks Bud Light, so that's his fault. But as Jesus, enjoy your flight, enjoy Pebble Beach, and I expect to see some fun photos on Instagram.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Hey, you bet. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.